So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Meet Rhaenyra, my 14-week miniature dachshund baby. She's gonna be co-hosting this channel with me from now on. So I hope you like lots of doggy content because she's my best friend. She lives with me now. We're roommates. We're figuring each other out. We're figuring lots of things out, aren't we? And today is a very exciting day because we are doing our first ever. What are you looking at? Okay, just chill. All right, today is a very exciting day because we're doing our first ever Bookopoly dice rolls. If you watched my Bookmas, then one of the videos I put out was me making my own Bookopoly. It's not an original idea. So many booktubers do Bookopoly, but I wanted to make something that was like completely catered for myself, for my reading taste, for my goals, and basically to not give myself any kind of punishments per se. It's just like a fun way to go through my physical TBR, and I absolutely love it, and I'm really excited to actually do the rolls today. So here she is. We'll see how it goes rolling with a puppy. Not sure about that one yet, but we're gonna figure it out. I don't think I'm gonna do this every month. I think I'm just gonna do it when the mood strikes, but there are like 48 spaces, and then obviously in the envelope is a little surprise for myself, it's not a surprise, I know what it is. It's a 20-pound note in there for me to buy a book. But if we get to that space, then that's where we go. Should we do the dice rolls? Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start on start. All right, let's roll the first die. Okay, little Hermione Granger is gonna start on start, and we're gonna see what we're not gonna do, which is a 1. So we're not doing a 2023 release. We're gonna roll the second die. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love that. A guilty pleasure read. Oh my gosh, Rhaenyra, you're going crazy. This is not for you. Where's your bone? There it is. Go get it. Okay, a guilty pleasure read gives me great pleasure because I know exactly what I'm gonna choose. This is the most guilty of guilty pleasures that I read, and I have the newest book, and I wanted to read it anyway, so I'm excited to get this prompt, but that does mean I have to mark it off as like off the board now, so I don't get to do it again this year, but we're gonna do this one. Gold by Raven Kennedy, the 5th installment in the Plated Prisoner series. Came out in December, haven't read it yet, very excited. Yeah, guiltiest of guilty pleasures for me personally. It's just bingeable and fun and very, oh my gosh, and very character driven. So we're gonna do gold. It's the first book. Fantastic start. Okay, just chew on my tripod. That's fine. All right, Hermione is on guilty pleasure read. She's definitely going to come for this die as it rolls. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, Rhaenyra, it says Middle East. Ooh, that's a fun one. Okay, this is not a treat for you. It's not a treat for you. It's a treat for me. We have to pick a book that's set somewhere in the Middle East, and I actually also have a book that I just got and want to stop. I have a book that I just got and want to read. Here's your bone. There it is. And we're gonna go to Egypt. I just told you all about this book, but my head was chopped off, so let me film that again. We are going to Egypt, and we are going to read What the River Knows by Isabel. So, let me try this for the 3rd time. We are reading What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. Probably said that wrong. This is the book that I needed when I was a kid. I literally spent my birthday money when I was like 7 or 9 years old. I can't remember which. But it was on a giant $50 textbook, historical nonfiction book about ancient Egypt with a giant pharaoh on the cover. But that's what I spent my birthday money on because I loved ancient Egypt so much. Love Cleopatra, still do. And this is the book that like I've always looked for. It's hard to find YA books or just like any book in general set in like not, this isn't even ancient Egypt. It's set in like the early 19th century. So like 1800s. Exploring ancient Egypt. I don't know, you get the gist. I can't find that setting very often. And this is the Fairy Loot edition. Has some hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics, am I saying that right? I haven't slept in 2 days. Now she's chewing on the tripod. I'm sorry if you can hear it. But this book is absolutely stunning, like from head to toe. It's amazing. It's a rivals to lovers story set with like a race, and it's historical fantasy. The Mummy Meets Death on the Nile is what it says, and it's blurbed by Rebecca Ross and Stephanie Garber. Why are you chewing on the tripod? Come here, get your lamb. Come on. Come on. It's not as interesting as a tripod. It's not? Okay, this is a 5-star prediction for me. I have all the expectations for it for no other reason than that I have given myself those expectations, because I really want to love it. So anyway, Gold and What the River Knows are both 5-star predictions. I'm feeling really good about this, so let's do a third roll. This will be the final roll. I'll do 3 books this time. Maybe I'll do 3 books every time. I don't know. Should we do a third one? Let's do a third one. We might get onto the 3rd row with all the princess books. Let's do a 3rd roll. Let's scooch your booty. Scooch, 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 scooch. Thank you. All right, we are on the Middle East here. Let's roll the first die. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Read a classic. So we're not reading a classic. Rolling the second die. 3. Oh, I'm faster than you. 1, 2, 3. Princess, Queen, or Empress. I got some really good ones this time. Okay, this prompt is one that like literally came from my bookish soul, because I've always read books about princesses since I was little, and I still read about princesses and queens and empresses. So the main character just has to be one of those 3, and I have a plethora to choose from. So many to choose from. Let's take a look, Rhaenyra. What do we want to read? We could continue on with this series. We could start a new one. I do have a new book. This is one that could hit my science fiction kind of desire at the moment. There is a princess on board this ship. I got this book at Target recently. It's just like an all new books haul. Come here, stop chewing on that. Come here. Come here. What else could I do? I might save this one for the science fiction prompt. You know what? Let's go back to the series that I started last year, literally a year ago in January of 2023. Let's go with Stardust in Their Veins, which is the sequel to Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. Follows 3 triplets who are all princesses, and their mother is kind of like a Marie Theresa of this fantasy world and marries off all her children all over the globe with the idea and goal of conquering all the neighboring kingdoms by marrying them into the royalty. So I ended up getting to page 41. I believe this book primarily follows Princess Daphne, but book 1 ended on a really big cliffhanger, and one that you usually don't see in young adult books. So that was a surprise to me. It's pretty easily bingeable. Pretty easily readable. Oh my gosh, we have such a good little stack here. I have my very adult book, fantasy romance, my historical YA fantasy romance, and just my YA princess fantasy with some romance elements in it. Let me know what you are doing this year with your reading. Are you doing any challenges? Are you having any kind of intentions with your reading? My intention is to buy with more focus, I guess, like buy books that I'm like, I know I'm gonna love this, or at least I think I'm gonna love it, which I always do, but sometimes I just like, oh, this looks good, and I just buy it, which is fine too, but then I end up spending too much money on books, and now I have a baby, a little puppy, and you require lots of money and time and attention. I haven't read anything in a week. I haven't read anything in 5 days since I became a puppy mom. But that's okay. Oh, we dropped the bone. Anyway, I love you. Drop a dice emoji down below if you made it to the end of this video. Let me know what you think about these selections, if there's anything else you think I would like instead, if maybe these aren't vibing for me in the end. But anyway, thank you for watching again. I love you again. Bye.